Hey gang, it's Dr. Fred, Elite Coaching, and I want to go over two words that when you use these two words on day one, day two, or in the first week, you can ruin all your efforts from creating a lifetime patient and push them right into symptom care. Now, these two words aren't wrong. They're not wrong to use, but when you use them, it triggers neuro-emotional patterns that are repeated, that are based on symptom care, that are already wired into them. So when we say these two words, we just continually reinforce that, even if you don't have that intention, but they come in wired like that. So what are those two words? That's really what you're after. And then I'm going to give you 3 steps. How many steps? 3 steps that you can do to completely rewire, change the meaning, and create lifetime patients. Now we're here because we don't want to create a few. We want to create 8 out of 10. And that path is very narrow. So what are those 2 words? The first words, you know these 2 words are very familiar, is the word feeling. So what do we say? How are you feeling? Mrs. Jones, what did patients say? My back feels this way. I feel like this. Doc, I feel like that. And when you repeat those words, you're just wiring symptoms into them. Now, I know this seems obvious, but we want to replace these words with other words so we can change the meaning. Now, when you're a postural corrective doctor, if you check their posture, even if you're checking subluxations, right? We check subluxations, and what are we doing? When we eliminate subluxations, what's that do? It promotes healing. So what we do is we replace the word feeling with the word healing. Now, when they say, Doc, man, this, I don't feel good, blah, 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 then we say, let's see how you're healing today. And then you check them for subluxations, right? This is a daily visit. Do people come in, Doc, I was feeling great. Now I feel like shit. Let's see how you're healing today. And then you check them. Oh, no wonder you feel like shit. Look at this. Look at this. These are the nerves of your stomach. No wonder you're having digestive problems. No wonder. And you adjust them. Great. Now your body's healing. Now, you also know when you adjust people, especially in the first week, or you get a real deep adjustment, they may get sore. And you can give them all, well, it's like working out, blah, blah, blah. So when they go, Doc, I don't know what happened after that last adjustment, man, but I just didn't feel right, blah, blah. Let's see how your body's healing. Now, if you're using posture, is their posture better? Hey, you know what? We made massive change. Your posture is actually better. So now it's like, hey, if we move and change your posture, we're taking stress off spinal cord. We're changing the function of every cell in your body. When people detox, do they feel well? Not always healing doesn't always feel well, but you end up healing and becoming in a better state of health. Isn't that why you're here? Aren't you here to be in a better state of health? Great. Let's adjust you today. Now your body's even in a better state of healing, right? So when they understand this, that healing doesn't always feel well, and you teach them that in the beginning, right? So we give them their first few adjustments. Man, they may get sore. They're going through detox. They feel like shit. They may get migraines. So you're telling them right from the beginning, we just promoted your body's healing process. Healing, if you're sick, doesn't feel well. So you may not feel very well, but your body's healing. Then after that, you forget the word feeling, and whenever they say, Doc, this is how I feel, let's see how your body's healing. Now, what's another one? So the first word, major trigger, is feeling. Don't ever use that word. Let's see how your body's healing. So you set the reference point, then you change vocabulary. That way, when they come in, they'll say, Doc, my body may not be healing very well, so can you check me, right? So they actually start to reassociate over long term. If a person's coming to you to see how they're healing, what's their concern? How they're healing, not how they're feeling. Healing is lifestyle, feeling is symptom-based. That's why we reassociate from feeling to healing. What's another one? The word pain. That P word is profane. Man, there's no swearing or profanity allowed in your clinic. So in our pre-consultation, I know in Elite, we go over this in Boot Camp 1, we change the word from pain to inflammation. Now, if a person has pain, something's inflamed. Why does their back hurt? Because the nerves are inflamed, the ligaments are inflamed, their spine's inflamed. When you have postural distortions, we set this in the exam. Posture is the mirror to your spine and nervous system, right? Postural distortions represent injured, damaged, weakened areas of the spine, shutting off the energy to the vital organs of the body. So they know if you are checking posture, when injured, damaged, weakened. So when you have injury or weakened posture, it's like a sprained joint. If you run on a sprained ankle, it hurts when it's swollen. It doesn't hurt when it's not swollen. But does that mean if it's not swollen that it's better? No, you still have ligament weakness, right? So posture and subluxation is weakness in the structure of the spine. So right in the pre-consultation, we said by the time you're in pain, the nerves are inflamed and your body's in a crisis. So right from the first adjustment, hey, what do we want to do? We want to calm the inflammation down. We don't say get you out of pain. So once we go over inflammation in the pre-consult, we don't use the word pain anymore. We use the word inflammation. So when people come in, wow, first adjustment, doc, I feel great. I can turn my head in traffic. I haven't been able to do that in years. Well, we think that's great. They're going to commit, but you guys know better, right? So what we say is great. Our first goal is to get the inflammation out. Now let's see how your body's healing. We look at their posture. You check them for subluxations. Boom, boom, boom. You show them function, function, function. Hey, you got left thoracic translation. You got a right lateral flexion. You got this. Hey, a subluxation in T6, whatever findings you have. Okay, the energy's still getting shut down in your digestive tract. The energy of your pancreas. This is why you're hypoglycemic. This is why you got a family history of diabetes and all, whatever, all these things. So when we have the word pain, then we replace it with inflammation. So when people come in, doc, I've been feeling great, man. I don't know what happened, but now my back hurts. What's going on? This isn't working. So what's the first thing you say? Let's see what you did to get it inflamed. And then you check their posture. A lot of times they'll have an abnormal pattern, an abnormal subluxation pattern. What do you know? Trauma. And then you ask, what the hell happened over the weekend? This is Monday. No wonder everything's inflamed. You don't say, no wonder you hurt. No wonder you're in pain. We don't do that. It's inflamed because the subluxated spine is weakened. It's a weakened structure. If you don't use it properly, it's going to get re-inflamed. So until the structure is corrected, it has the potential to be re-injured, right? So you go, what the heck happened? And then you find out, well, I was moving rocks in my garden, right? They come in blaming you, but what really happened? Well, I did this and I did this. Well, of course, no wonder. Look at this abnormal pattern. Or even it's an accentuation of their typical subluxation pattern. So when people say, doc, I feel great, we got the inflammation out. Let's see how you're healing, not how you're feeling. Doc, man, what happened? I'm not getting better. Hey, well, let's see what you're doing with your body every day that's re-inflaming this. Why do people quit? Because they get better or they don't get better, right? So if they get better, what do? We set them straight. We just got the inflammation out. Now let's look how your body's healing. What if they don't get better? Let's see what you're doing to constantly inflame it. So it's the same thing. If you got a sprained ankle, you don't want to be running a 5K on it every day. If you walk on it every day, people with high-level sprained ankles, they get on crutches, right? Or you get braced. Well, you're not necessarily going to brace your spine. You're not necessarily going to walk on crutches, but if you have a weakened structure, you have to use your body differently. You have to protect a subluxated spine, otherwise it's going to get inflamed. So here's the two words, pain and feeling. What do we replace them with? Inflammation and healing. Now we do 3 steps. What are the 3 steps? Number 1, you replace the words. So we give them a new meaning, right? So we establish a reference point. We go from pain and inflammation in the pre-consultation, first adjustment, we go into healing, from feeling into healing. Then you replace them. So we establish the reference point, then you replace them on the daily visit. You condition them. So when they say pain, you say inflammation. When they say feeling, let's see how you're healing. And you do this over and over, and you condition it into them. And you do it so many times until they come back and say, doc, I don't know what I did, man. I really inflamed my back this weekend. And then, doc, God, I feel like I'm getting sick. Let's see how I'm healing. Or, doc, I feel really great. Let's see. I know I'm healing. Great job, doc. Check me out. I did my exercise over the weekend. So number 1, establish the reference point. Number 2, replace them and condition them on the new words. From feeling to healing, from pain to inflammation. Number 3, say it so many times until they say it back to you, and then you change your mindset. If you've done that, you've conditioned them into more long-term thinking. Hey, beat the pain game, man. We don't want to play the pain game. We want to beat it. Replace those 2 words. Let's get this done. I promise you it'll make a difference in your retention and moving from symptom-based into long-term lifetime care. All right, guys. Thanks.